How's everyone doing today? This is Ad with Commander on a Budget. Today we'll be getting into another episode of Budget Brews. Today we'll be going over Blanka, Ferocious Friend. I want to give a quick disclaimer. The Street Fighter cards are going to be reprinted in the list as actual cards. So if you don't want to use the Street Fighter version, you have to wait for the list printing. I think it's supposed to come out sometime later this year. It might be next year. Don't quote me on that. If anybody can confirm it, let me know down in the comments below. But we're going to hop on into this. We're kind of going to go a few different rounds with this guy because he's very open-ended and you can do a lot of fun stuff with him. So the first thing I want to go over is that Blanka is probably the best commander for the Gruul Storm stuff that we got out of Modern Horizons 2. So Garblet and Narcomancer, Ave Progenitor Ooze, and Thrasa the Tempest Roar would also be fantastic in this deck because they're all absolute bombs in that strategy. Depending on your storm count and how you build your deck, spreading insurrection can be an additional win con for the deck. You can also utilize already established storm cards in the colors like Manamorphose, which are really good. One thing I'll mention on this side of the strategy is that this deck can really utilize Road to Ruin because you want to ramp a whole bunch, and because you'll have a bunch of lands out so you can cast all your spells, you'll be able to pretty much remove something. This card's really good in my opinion. That being said, the spells that I would run in this deck are pretty much as cheap as possible mana value, preferably cantrips, but stuff that really gives like Anthem effects, or that can really just pump up Blanka so we can one-shot somebody. So something that doubles as also protection like Blossoming Defense, Rangel's Guile, and Snakeskin Veil are all fantastic options like this. Since we have green, we have some really great pump effects that we can use with him, so stuff like Might of Old Krosa, Groundswell, Giant Growth, which always puts in a whole bunch of work. Aspect of Hydra is personally one of my favorites, depending on your board state. Barge In's a great way to give it trample. Brute Force is a red Giant Growth, along with Built to Smash. And Infuriate are all absolutely fantastic cards that you can use to pump Blanka. You can also run some extra cantrips so you can continue to see your cards like Crimson Wisp. Along with Expedite, even though it already has haste, it's still a cantrip, so it can help you see your cards faster. Some other cards I feel like we could really utilize in the strategy are cards like Gutter Snipe, Firebrand Archer, Kessig Flame Breather, along with Ranho Lacontier, that transforms into Landhall Ravager, that are all pretty much get benefits whenever you cast a non-creature spell or an instant or sorcery, pretty much helping you double up Blanka's effect to help close out a game. Another solid win condition that you can use if you go the Storm route is Sentinel Tower. It's like a semi-Aetherflux reservoir. We've gone over it on the channel before, but if you can't afford Aetherflux, this might be a really good replacement for you. It all depends. And the last card I'm going to go over is Past in Flames. Because you're running so many cheap spells, you give them all flashback. You can just storm off and just do a bunch of really crazy stuff. That's the deck. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all want to see. I'll see you on the next one.